everyone, today's recipe is going to be a dark chocolate peanut butter pretzel fudge I'm going to be making. And I'm only going to be making a small batch today for myself for New Year's to have in the fridge over this weekend. And in this recipe, we're going to need to have our container we're going to keep our fudge in, and we're going to line it with wax paper while we make our recipe, because today's recipe is going to be a layer of our chocolate fudge. It's going to have pretzels, then it's going to be peanut butter, and then it's going to be drizzled with more chocolate fudge. And the chocolate fudge recipe we're making today is identical to the one we made to top our brownies, the dark chocolate brownies we had made to be at the end of last week. So we're going to make our chocolate in our microwave, and we're going to make our peanut butter. My chocolate recipe is 1/3 cup of coconut oil, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of Hershey's cocoa powder, and we're going to mix that all together with a drop of vanilla and less than 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to line our pan with that first in just a minute. Last time we had made the chocolate recipe, I didn't get to show you because I had everything mixed. But this is my 1/3 cup of, this is my coconut oil, my maple syrup, my cocoa powder, my salt, and my vanilla extract that I'm going to put in the microwave and melt. Now, if I had had my nonstick pan for my cooktop that I could show you all, instead of putting it on my stove, which is currently not working, I would be making this on the stove instead of in my microwave. But this is going to be like the same as last time. You're going to put this in for 20 seconds, stir, 20 seconds, stir, until it gets to that drizzle-like consistency. And then you're going to let it cool for a little bit and put it in the bottom of your wax paper lined container. So I'm going to put this in the microwave, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, my mixture hasn't melted quite enough, so I'm going to stick it back in the microwave for another 20 seconds after I try to stir some of it and get some of the clumps out. After my second round of 20 seconds, all the lumps have melted down into more coconut oil, the liquid, than the solid. And I'm just going to stir this for a little bit and see if I can get all the runny parts to mix in with all of the more combined things that have the maple syrup in it. And if you want a firmer fudge, go for a more refined coconut oil. I have a cheaper coconut oil that doesn't get quite as firm, so my fudge is still going to be a little soft. But if you get more of a refined coconut oil, it's going to become more of a brick of chocolate fudge than more of a doughy fudge that I'm going to be making. But I'm going to stir this up real quick, and then we're going to use it as our bottom layer for our peanut butter and pretzel fudge. We're going to be putting on top of this. Now that my fudge, in the liquefied fudge that I've just made, the dark chocolate fudge, I'm going to put it as the base in my wax papered lined container I'm putting my fudge in. And then I'm going to add my pretzels, and I'm going to mix some of my peanut butter that's going to go on top. And then I'm going to drizzle a little bit more chocolate. And then all of this is going to go in the freezer to stiffen up until I'm ready to eat it, serve it, or any of those things. Let me just add the chocolate to this base first. Now that I've got my dark chocolate fudge as my base, I'm going to open my little tiny bag of pretzels, and I'm going to put them in the fudge. Now that my pretzels are in my dark chocolate fudge at the bottom of my wax paper lined container, I'm actually going to put this in the freezer for a little bit to let the pretzels kind of get encased in the hard dark chocolate fudge while I am making the peanut butter fudge to go on top of the pretzel pieces. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to get right back to you. There is my 4 tablespoons of peanut butter and my 2 tablespoons of butter, vegan dairy-free butter. And you can see on top of the peanut butter, I've put my 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put this in the microwave, and I'm going to melt it down while our dark chocolate fudge and our pretzels are in the freezer. And we've got some of our dark chocolate fudge left over to drizzle on top of this peanut butter. When we go to put this on, we're going to freeze it. Then we're going to take the dark chocolate. Then we're going to put that on top of the peanut butter. And then we're going to leave it in the freezer until we're ready to eat it. I've melted down our peanut butter and our dairy-free butter. This is what it looks like before I've stirred it. Instead of putting it for 20 seconds like I did last time, I put it for 30 seconds this time, and that's what the result is. I'm going to stir it and put it for 20 seconds this time, and see if I can get it to where it's completely smooth again. I've put my peanut butter for an extra 20 seconds, and it's melted down into the consistency I like. Or it's kind of runny, but it's not completely like liquefied. And we're going to wait until the dark fudge has solidified up in the freezer. And then we're going to drizzle this on top.